Hello, everyone. Welcome to a thrilling new episode of Immigration Fridays. I'm your host, Prashanti Vedi, and we're here again to guide you through an ever evolving maze of US immigration law. So, today, let's discuss about the Visa Bulletin. The September Visa Bulletin has just been published. Let's look at some of the key highlights and some insights into the September Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin, if you look at it in general, as expected for September, the dates have basically been static. There's been some movement across some family-based visa categories, but employment-based has, to a great extent, been at a standstill. And this was expected because September, it's the last month of the fiscal year for this particular year, 2025. And in October, new visa numbers become available. A new lot of visa numbers are allotted. And so you will see some forward movement for October, but as we expected September, we expected it to be slow. So let's look into it to see what changes are for September. For the family-based preferences, there's been a modest forward movement. F2B category has shown for Mexico a forward movement of 3 months. For Philippines, F2B has shown a forward movement of 16 days. And the F3 family-based visa category for Philippines has shown a forward movement of 5 months. There's a quite a good forward movement for Philippines and somewhat for Mexico for the family-based cases. This means that they have some numbers available and they're trying to finish those numbers before the end of the year so that the numbers don't get wasted. If you look at employment-based, we see no changes in any of the areas. So EB1, no changes. EB2, EB3, EB4, of course, is unavailable, has been unavailable even last month and is unavailable this month as well. That's a religious worker category. And, there are no numbers available. The Congress has to allot new numbers to EB4 and has to, basically the quota has been exhausted. No retrogression, which is good. We were expecting some retrogression in the month of September. So the good news is that there's no retrogression. The bad news is there's no forward movement. So it depends on how you look at it. So let's look at some strategies and takeaways that we can look into for the September Visa Bulletin. There's been lingering stagnancy with a few glimmer of hopes. Most categories are stable, but the forward movement of F2B and F3 is good news. Employment-based static from EB1 to EB5. EB4 still unavailable, as we discussed, and this category may continue to face delays as the fiscal year comes to a close. We're not expecting any further forward movement. Why is there no change? Because this means that the visa numbers are allocated for this particular year is very close to getting over. So they can't move it forward and they can't increase the number of applicants as it looks like the visa numbers are all being used up this year, this month. Sometimes in the middle of September, you might get another updated visa bulletin saying that some categories or all categories are unavailable. That means visa numbers have been completely used up. The fact that it's not changed means that there are still visa numbers available, and if your priority date is within the visa bulletin table, then it's possible that you will get your green card this month. If they're not able to process it within that time, and I think they will try to because they don't want to waste numbers. But if they do process all the cases and then there becomes an unavailability in the middle of the month, then they will just issue a new visa bulletin saying unavailable. What can we expect for October looking ahead? We can expect, I think there'll be some forward movement in the F2A category and maybe in the EB3 category, especially EB3 India, and maybe in the EB1 category as well. Because we've been seeing some forward movement in these categories in the past few months. So I'm hoping that that forward movement will continue once new visa numbers are allotted for the year 2026. I would expect to see retrogression or continued static, no further advancement or retrogression for EB to India because there is a high demand in that particular space. And with that, it's a wrap. I hope you found this useful. We'll come back with another episode of Immigration Fridays next week and in the following weeks. I know immigration laws can be complex, so if you need legal help, please reach out to us, Prashanthi at readyesq.com. That's my email. My number is 212-354-1010. See you again next week with a new episode. Bye bye.